So my name is Bobby, and I'm a friend of Rick's, and I've been asked to run the ceremony. And as a request of Rick and some other people, we've asked that you silence or turn off your cell phones. Just take a second to do that, just make sure they're off, or put away, or silence, that stuff. Okay, thank you. So like I said, my name is Bobby. I'm a friend of Rick's. And I'd like to take a second, just kind of a moment of silence, just to kind of center the room. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Life continues on.
Yes.
Life continues on. We are here today to celebrate the life of Charlotte Anders. Will you please bow your head in prayer? Almighty God, we come to you in unity as in one in spirit, asking for your strength to lift your daughter up to you. At this time, we would like to thank you for the gift of Charlotte. Amen. Neither fire nor wind, birth nor death can erase her good deeds. Her physical life has left us, but her spirit lives on. Charlotte was a very loved and respected mother, grandmother, and friend. I had the opportunity of meeting her a couple of times. Shortly after her first surgery last summer, she pulled me aside, struggling to speak. She thanked me for being such a good friend to her son Rick. Those few moments and words showed me just the kind of woman she was. Here is a poem that a friend of Rick's posted on Facebook. It touched him and me as well. God saw that she was getting tired. A cure was not to be. So he put his arms around her and whispered, "Come with me." With tender eyes, we watched her suffer and saw her fade away. Although we loved her dearly, we could not make her stay. A golden heart stopped beating, hard-working hands to rest. God broke our hearts to prove to us he only takes the best. At this time, I would like to invite Rick up here to share some thoughts about his mother.
So we come together to celebrate the life of my mother, Charlotte Anders, who I and many others call Mom, and many more call Grandma. She's the oldest of three, and it has been told to me that she started a lifelong journey of caring for others as a child. I've been told that my Uncle Chuck was left-handed because my mom sat across from him and he mirrored her. Every move. My Uncle Chris has shared that she was like a mother to him as a kid also. I'm her youngest of 5 kids. She lost twins shortly after childbirth, so 3 of us she raised and did so with great sacrifice, always putting our needs first. My father and her were married twice, and if they meet in heaven, he's going to get an earful. This I'm sure of. She had to be mom and dad to us. He wasn't there to help. and when he did decide to be there, his life was cut short by illness. I want to share some of the things my mother has done over the years to make a living and provide for us kids. My earliest memory is of her being a legal secretary. After getting back with my father, she ran his roofing company while he was alive, and for a time after his death, she continued to do so, which isn't easy for a woman to do. When the real estate market started to boom, she was a multi-million-dollar salesperson and as a real estate agent. She also did property management for a short period of time. And when the market crashed, she decided to get into social services and took on working with adolescent girls in group homes and foster home settings. She was able to impact many lives through this work and help many girls become women, raise children, and a lot of young people to go from child to adult. At times there were like 6 or 7 people, young kids living with us that were struggling with broken families and addiction and all kinds of struggles, and she helped them. I often had others calling my mom, Mom, and it was sometimes hard for me to get used to. And now it's one of the things that I take the most pride in. I want to take you back to when I was a little boy. My mom always asked me this question often, and she'd tell me, who's the greatest? And I was conditioned to reply, I am. My sisters and I were encouraged to follow our dreams. And, my sister Deb, in her modeling, she was encouraged. She was sent to the Barzan School of Modeling. She did fashion shows, photo shoots. My other sister Michelle was bought quarter horses and traveled all over the state as a professional barrel racer. And I was in all sports. My mother was a teen mother. I can remember being about 18, 19 years old and, going through her stuff and finding that she had kept all the official scoring of every game that I had played, And of course I used that as an opportunity to figure out what my lifetime batting average was. 385 lifetime. But you do know my mom was keeping score. Somehow fielder choice ended up being a hit. And it sounds like we were great kids, but the reality of the situation is we put her through a lot of struggles, more struggles than any mother should ever have to go through. But she did so with grace, and she never turned her back on us, and was always there to help us get back on our feet when we fell down, never losing faith in us and always showing us unconditional love. As I look out before me, I see a number of people that are not related by blood, but are connected to me through her and the love we share for her and with her. Later in life, she bought this house. It was a 7-bedroom house in Fairfield. And, a lot of us have lived there, through our struggles and times of need. And, she always had a space for a granddaughter's friend, a son's friend, a sister's friend, a friend of a friend, and it was always a place where people could go and get back on their feet, and a lot of us used it as a central point that when all else fails, we could always go there and get some things together. She's retired from a career of teaching, training developmentally disabled people. I also worked in that field, and I know how trying that was, and she did it for a long time, and it was a lot of hard work, and she was really proud of that, She had lots of plans for the coming years that were not to be as a result of the battle with cancer that she was forced to fight. All through this fight, she stayed positive and hopeful that she would recover. I struggled with not, letting her know that it was going to be a battle, that it was going to require a lot of compromise, and that she might not win. And my Aunt Maureen was always there and kept her going and kept her positive when I was sometimes a little hard on her. I sat with her the day she passed, and she was telling me she was going to come home and get fruit from her garden, and that she had to get ready for the visit from Janet Marine. And I want you to know that I'm the man that I am because of her. She made me and then developed me. My sisters, my nieces, myself were blessed to have her with us during this battle with cancer, and we're honored with getting to hold her hand as she took her last breath, letting her know that it was okay to let go and surrender, that we were all going to be okay, and that she has given us everything we need to get through life. So I say, Mom, I love you. You will live forever in my heart and my soul. Thank you for being here.
I would now like to invite Alana up here, her granddaughter.
My grandma was a woman with a huge heart. She always had an available shoulder to cry on or an open ear to complain into. We had a saying as I was growing up that we were part of a mutual admiration society. This meant that we loved and respected each other no matter what happened. She was someone who continually opened her heart and her home to anyone that needed help, including myself. During those times of trial and tribulations with my mother as I was growing up. Her capacity for giving was limitless. She taught me to keep an open mind and be compassionate to others' hardships. She had a very difficult year this last year. She dealt with multiple extensive surgeries and recoveries due to her cancer diagnosis. She maintained her strength and her fighting spirit during the entire situation though. Watching her struggles to stay positive and strong during this trying time has helped me grow as a woman and taught me new levels of strength. I wanted to share a poem by David Harkins that really spoke to me with her, about her. She is gone. You can shed tears that she is gone, or you can smile because she has lived. You can close your eyes and pray that she will come back, or you can open your eyes and see all that she's left. Your heart can be empty because you can't see her, or you can be full of the love that you shared. You can turn your back on tomorrow and live yesterday, or you can be happy for tomorrow because of yesterday. You can remember her and knowing that she's gone, or you can cherish her memory and let it live on. You can cry and close your mind, be empty and turn your back, or you can do what she would want, smile, open your eyes, love, and go on. I'm a better person for all the time I was able to spend with my grandmother, and I will love and miss her forever. Thank you everyone for your love and support to my family. I really do appreciate it. Thank you.
At this time, is there anyone who would like to come up and talk about Charlotte? There will be time and opportunity to share at the reception. We are asking if anyone would
is Janet, and I'm married to Chris, Charlotte's younger brother. I got a sympathy card from a friend about a week ago. Chris and I did, and it had this reading in it, and I read it at that time and thought it was really nice. I liked it a lot. And then I put it away and didn't think any more about it until this morning. And I pulled it out. I just thought, that's just Charlotte. I can just hear Charlotte saying this, so I thought that I would share it. It's called, What is Death? Death is nothing at all. I've only slipped away into the next room. I am I and you are you. Whatever we were to each other, that we still are. Call me by my old familiar name. Speak to me in the easy way which you always used. Put no difference in your tone. Wear no forced air of solemnness or sorrow. Laugh as we always laughed at the little jokes we shared together. Let my name ever be the household word that it always was. Let it be spoken without effect, without the trace of a shadow in it. Life means all that it ever meant. It is the same as it ever was. There is unbroken continuity. Why should I be out of mind because I am out of sight? I am waiting for you for an interval somewhere very near, just around the corner. All is well. Nothing is hurt. Nothing is lost. One brief moment, and all will be as it was before. How we shall laugh at the trouble of parting when we meet again.
That's beautiful. I want a copy of that.